MiniWarGaming rules you got wrong.
Hey there guys, and welcome to this week's episode of Rules You Got Wrong for Warhammer 30k. And these are going to be from the Alpha Legion versus Solar Auxilia battle reports. First comment I have here is from Kabbalah 87. Aren't Cataphraggy Terminators like Fulmentaris not able to overwatch because of slow and purposeful? You are absolutely correct. That was a mistake on my part. I forgot that they had the slow and purposeful rule and decided to overwatch anyways. So that was my bad. Next up we have Alter Kov. Might be wrong, but last fire sections are strength 4. Wouldn't they be wounding the toughness 5 bikes on 6s? Again, absolutely correct. That was a mistake on my part. I didn't know that the last rifles were only strength 3. So that was just me forgetting to ask my opponent how strong his guns were. Then I have Arnathos. What's up with those barrage weapons? Page 160 of the rules under the 7th edition, but haven't been changed from 6th edition, apart from the fact that they can hit multiple levels. First mistake was rolling the scatter die and 2d6 for each weapon. Instead, only once as per the rules of multiple barrage. The second mistake was mostly not using direct hits properly. Almost every one of them could have been placed in such a way they pretty much hit the entire squad, generating twice as many hits. I apologize if it sounds harsh, but barrage weapons are on and on. Okay. So what I did there by mistake is that I forgot that it was an entire unit of barrage. So what should have happened was the first one would have been a 2d6 scatter, and then we just do flips from then on for the other 11 hits. Any direct hits, he could have just moved anywhere and chained them along to get more hits in general. That was a mistake on both our parts. Obesis, great game. As always, like to see Alpha Legion out. 2 rules errors I caught. The mortars that should have been fired, 1 coordinating barrage, which I corrected there, or mentioned there. 2, Alpharius can't infiltrate. He doesn't have the rule for mutable tactics. It means that the coils of the Hydra must either deploy hidden or in a vehicle, because every infantry must deploy in a vehicle. Yeah, that was again, I thought that he does have the mutable tactics special rule and would have been able to infiltrate. He doesn't, so I should have just placed him on the board within the deployment zone. Alterkov, at about 16 minutes in, the jet bikes should have 2 attacks each and 3 on the sergeant because jet bikes have 2 close combat weapons. Yep, I was mistaking that for they only had the 1 close combat weapon, so they only had the 1 attack. That was an error on my part. Then we have Great Marquis. Why do Quirk's jet bikes get a 2-up save? Only sergeants get Artificer armor and can't jink in close combat. There are no close combat saves, and the Artificer... Whoop. And they get Artificer in the Last Crusade book, question mark. Okay. Jet bikes actually do have a natural 2-up armor save. So that's why I was getting it. Temporal Juggernaut 3. Dynat's Howling rule, when shooting at the Vanquishers, you could have blown them up on 6s. That's only if the unit blowing them up is in the deployment zone, but you're absolutely right. I could have blown them up on 6s because the Howling rule gives you +1 to the vehicle damage chart. And then Vincent Martin, preferred enemy only works on the first round of combat. You are thinking of Hatred. Preferred enemy applies to every round of combat, so you get to reroll all 1s to hit and to wound for all of your attacks. This is what preferred enemy gets you. Hatred makes it for the first round of combat. And that's all that I have for the comments for this. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you understand that I make mistakes. I'm human. And I will make sure every effort I can to not have these errors pop up in future battle reports. As always, guys, if you do happen to notice any errors in any battle reports, please leave a comment below so that we can correct it and address it in one of these Rules You Got Wrong videos. Thank you so much for watching. Happy wargaming.